You wake up in the middle of the night and the clock reads exactly 3 a.m. You lie there, heart racing, mind spinning, and sleep feels completely out of reach. You try everything, counting sheep, changing positions, even closing your eyes tighter, but nothing works. There is a reason for this, and it is not just stress or a bad night. There is a hidden culprit quietly taking control of your sleep, and it is called cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, but its role in your body goes far beyond stress alone. It controls energy, alertness, and even your immune system. Normally, it follows a natural rhythm, rising in the morning to wake you up and falling at night to help you rest. But when this rhythm is disrupted, it can surge in the middle of the night and pull you from deep sleep, leaving you restless and exhausted. In this video, you will learn why cortisol sometimes spikes at exactly 3 a.m. and how it sabotages your sleep without you even realizing it. You will discover surprising triggers that most people never connect to sleep disruption, from subtle habits during the day to unexpected stress signals at night. You will also uncover simple but powerful strategies to calm your cortisol so you can fall back asleep quickly and wake up feeling truly rested. By the end of this video, you will understand not only how to stop waking up at 3 a.m., but also how to prevent it from happening again, night after night. Most people do not realize that even small lifestyle choices can dramatically influence cortisol levels. Things as ordinary as scrolling on your phone before bed, having a cup of coffee late in the afternoon, or even skipping breakfast can create hidden imbalances. Your body's stress system is extremely sensitive, and the results can be subtle at first: a restless night here, a groggy morning there, until suddenly sleepless nights become a pattern. Tonight, you will learn lesser-known facts about your body's stress rhythm. You will hear why cortisol spikes are not always linked to obvious stress, and how even calm, healthy individuals can experience these sudden awakenings. You will discover actionable steps to reset your body's internal clock, reduce nighttime stress signals, and finally reclaim uninterrupted sleep. The solutions are simple, and you will be surprised how small adjustments in your routine can make a dramatic difference. From specific breathing techniques to subtle changes in light and environment, you will see that beating nighttime cortisol does not require medication or complicated routines. The strategies we discuss are based on real scientific understanding and research into sleep, hormones, and stress, and they are easy to apply immediately. If you have struggled with waking up in the middle of the night, this video is for you. By the time it is over, you will have a clear plan to reduce cortisol spikes, calm your nervous system, and return to deep, restorative sleep. You will no longer feel helpless in those hours between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Instead, you will understand exactly why it happens and what to do about it. So stay with us until the end, because everything you will learn here can transform the way you sleep and the way you feel every morning. Welcome to our channel, where we bring you simple, science-backed strategies to improve your health and well-being. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss insights that can change your nights and your days for the better. If you want, I can now write the full script for the entire video, keeping the same dramatic, suspenseful tone, clear structure, and actionable advice. It will flow naturally from this intro to the solutions and call to action. Do you want me to do that next? Cortisol is your body's stress hormone, but its role goes far beyond stress alone. It is a chemical messenger that tells your body when to be alert, when to focus, and when to take action. Normally, cortisol follows a daily rhythm, rising in the morning to help you wake up and gradually falling as the day ends, signaling to your body that it is time to rest. This natural pattern is part of what scientists call the circadian rhythm, your internal clock that regulates sleep, energy, and even hormone production. But sometimes this rhythm gets disrupted and cortisol spikes at the wrong time. One of the most frustrating moments is the middle of the night, around 3 a.m. When this happens, your body suddenly becomes alert. Your heart beats faster, your mind becomes active, and your muscles tense up. It is as if your body thinks there is a threat it needs to respond to, even though you are lying safely in bed. This sudden rush of cortisol can pull you from deep sleep or prevent you from falling back asleep, leaving you restless and frustrated. High cortisol does more than just wake you up. It can flood your brain with stress signals, making it difficult to relax or think clearly. You might notice racing thoughts, worry, or even physical sensations like tightness in your chest or a jittery feeling in your body. At the same time, your body's other systems like digestion and immune function are affected. Cortisol shifts your body into a state of readiness, prioritizing alertness over rest, which can make falling asleep again feel impossible. Even small spikes in cortisol during the night can have an outsized impact. You might wake briefly and lie awake for hours, or you might fall back asleep but experience lighter, less restorative sleep. Over time, these repeated disruptions can leave you exhausted during the day, anxious, or struggling with concentration. Understanding what happens when cortisol peaks is the first step in recognizing why your sleep breaks down and how subtle factors in your day and evening can trigger this hidden stress response. If you want, I can write the next section, common causes of nighttime cortisol spikes, next, keeping the same natural flow and suspenseful tone. Do you want me to continue with that? Nighttime cortisol spikes do not always happen randomly. There are several common triggers that most people do not even notice, and each one can quietly push your body into a state of alertness when it should be winding down. Stress and anxiety are perhaps the most obvious culprits. When your mind is busy with worries, deadlines, or unresolved problems, your brain interprets these signals as a call to stay alert. Even if you are physically tired, your body releases cortisol to prepare for action, keeping your heart rate elevated and your thoughts racing. What you consume during the day also plays a surprising role. Late caffeine, whether in coffee, tea, or even chocolate, can trigger a cortisol boost that lasts into the night. Sugar works in a similar way. A late evening snack high in sugar can cause your blood sugar to spike, prompting your body to release stress hormones to restore balance. These small choices, often overlooked, can quietly disrupt your sleep rhythm and lead to that dreaded 3 a.m. wake up. Your sleep schedule is another major factor. Going to bed at different times each night confuses your internal clock. Cortisol relies on a predictable rhythm to know when it should rise and fall. Irregular sleep patterns can misalign this rhythm, causing your body to release cortisol when it should be dropping and pulling you out of sleep unexpectedly. Even light exposure at night can interfere with your body's natural hormone cycles. Screens from phones, tablets, or laptops emit blue light that signals to your brain that it is still daytime. Bright lights in your bedroom can have a similar effect. These signals tell your body to stay alert, preventing cortisol from naturally decreasing and making it far more likely that you will wake up in the middle of the night. Understanding these triggers helps explain why your body sometimes acts against your desire for sleep. Stress, late caffeine, irregular schedules, and light exposure all converge to manipulate cortisol levels, keeping your body alert when it should be resting. Recognizing these causes is the first step in regaining control over your nights and preventing sleep disruptions before they even begin. If you like, I can write the next section, what to do if you wake up at 3 a.m. in the same detailed, natural style. Next, showing actionable steps viewers can take. Do you want me to continue with that? Waking up at 3 a.m. can feel frustrating and helpless, but there are simple steps you can take to help your body settle back into sleep. The first and most important step is to control the light around you. Bright lights, including overhead bulbs, or even a bedside lamp, signal your brain that it is time to be awake. This can make your cortisol spike even higher, keeping you alert when you want to rest. Keeping the lights dim, or using a small warm nightlight if you need to move around, sends the right signal to your body that it is still nighttime, encouraging it to relax. Deep breathing is another powerful tool to help calm your nervous system. One effective method is the 4-7-8 breathing technique. You inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale gently for 8 seconds. Repeating this cycle several times can help slow your heart rate, ease tension in your muscles, and signal to your brain that it is safe to rest. This method can reduce the sudden alertness caused by cortisol and make it easier to drift back into sleep. It is also important to avoid looking at your phone, tablet, or any screen if you wake up at night. Even a quick glance at messages, emails, or social media can expose your eyes to blue light, which tricks your brain into thinking it is daytime. This light triggers a stress response and increases cortisol, making it far harder to fall back asleep. Instead, focus on calming activities like gentle stretching or meditation. Simple stretches can release tension in your body, while meditation or quiet mindfulness exercises help clear racing thoughts and reduce stress levels. Combining these strategies can create a calming environment and signal to your body that it is time to rest. By controlling light, using deep breathing, avoiding screens, and engaging in gentle movement or mindfulness, you give your body the tools it needs to counteract the spike in cortisol and return to a state of peaceful sleep. These simple actions can make the difference between lying awake for hours and falling back asleep naturally. If you want, I can write the next section, long-term tips to lower nighttime cortisol, in the same detailed, natural style next. Do you want me to continue with that? Lowering nighttime cortisol is not just about reacting when you wake up at 3 a.m. It is about creating habits that prevent these spikes from happening in the first place. One of the most powerful strategies is maintaining a regular sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day trains your internal clock to follow a predictable rhythm. When your body knows when to release cortisol and when to wind down, it becomes easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Even small variations in bedtime can confuse this rhythm, so consistency is key. Another important factor is what you consume in the evening. Caffeine and sugar can linger in your system and trigger cortisol release, even hours after you've finished a cup of coffee or a sugary snack. Switching to herbal tea, warm milk, or plain water in the evening can help signal to your body that it is time to relax. Over time, avoiding late caffeine and sugar can significantly reduce nighttime cortisol spikes and improve the quality of your sleep. Incorporating relaxation routines before bed is equally important. Meditation, journaling, or light reading can calm your mind and signal to your nervous system that it is time to rest. These practices lower stress hormones, ease racing thoughts, and create a buffer between your busy day and your sleep. Even just 10 to 15 minutes of a calming routine can have a noticeable impact on your ability to stay asleep throughout the night. Exercise is another essential tool, but timing matters. Working out earlier in the day helps your body release stress and energy before nighttime. Evening workouts can sometimes elevate cortisol and adrenaline, making it harder to fall asleep. By exercising at the right time, your body is better able to relax at night, and your stress levels decrease naturally, reducing the chance of waking up at 3 a.m. Combining a consistent sleep schedule, mindful eating, calming routines, and properly timed exercise builds a foundation that supports healthy cortisol rhythms. Over time, these habits help your body settle into deeper, more restorative sleep and prevent sudden wake-ups caused by stress hormones. If you want, I can write the next section, recap. Next, keeping the same flow and natural, faceless YouTube tone. Do you want me to continue with that? High cortisol is a silent disruptor of sleep, quietly pushing your body into alertness when it should be resting. Waking up at 3 a.m. is a signal that your body's stress hormone is spiking at the wrong time, and once it happens, it can feel almost impossible to return to sleep. The good news is that there are simple, practical steps you can take to calm your system and give yourself the chance to rest fully. Even small changes can have a big impact on reducing nighttime cortisol and reclaiming uninterrupted sleep. One of the most immediate actions is controlling your environment when you wake up. Dim lights in the bedroom, so your brain receives the correct signals that it is still nighttime. Bright lights, even from a small lamp, can trick your body into staying awake, prolonging wakefulness. Alongside light control, deep breathing exercises can make a significant difference. Techniques like the 4-7-8 breathing pattern slow your heart rate, reduce tension in your muscles, and signal to your nervous system that it is safe to relax. Equally important is avoiding screens. Phones, tablets, and laptops emit blue light that tells your brain it is still daytime, increasing cortisol and keeping your mind active. Replacing screen time with gentle stretching, meditation, or quiet mindfulness exercises helps the body settle and lower stress hormones. These steps provide immediate relief, giving you the tools to fall back asleep naturally. Long-term strategies are equally critical for maintaining healthy cortisol levels. Consistency in your sleep schedule trains your body to follow a predictable rhythm, while reducing caffeine and sugar in the evening prevents hidden spikes. Evening routines that include calming practices like meditation, journaling, or light reading reinforce the signal that it is time for rest. Exercise, when done earlier in the day, allows your body to release energy and stress before bedtime, supporting deeper sleep. By combining these short-term and long-term strategies, you create an environment and routine that naturally reduces nighttime cortisol. Dim lights, deep breathing, avoiding screens, consistent sleep, mindful routines, and proper exercise timing all work together to protect your sleep and help you wake up refreshed. If you want, I can now write the final section, call to action closing, keeping the same engaging faceless YouTube style. Do you want me to do that next? If this helped, try these tips tonight and see how your sleep improves. Start with dimming your lights, taking a few deep breaths, and avoiding screens if you wake up at 3 a.m. Small changes can make a big difference in how rested you feel in the morning. If you found this video useful, make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel for more simple, science-based sleep tips. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss strategies that can help you sleep better and feel more energized every day. Your best nights of sleep are just a few steps away. Start tonight.